I don't think that there's anything we can do other than be patient, be understanding. I completely, as a pediatric surgeon, know what it's like to have a bored kid at home that has no distractions. We're working on that. The library in town, our medical school, working with the public, with the Worcester Public School System, are going to come up with some story times and some other things. This is really what I was trying to talk about yesterday when we had our press conference about social distancing. That's the name that the epidemiologists and the infectious disease specialists call the distance that they want people to keep around themselves so that they minimize the amount of spread. We know this virus spreads from droplets, so when you cough, when you sneeze, about a 6-foot radius around you can be infected, and that's why it's so important to stay out of those crowded places. And I think distancing is the right word. It's the social distancing part that I take issue with. I think we can have physical distancing, but we can't have social distancing. If we allow ourselves to become isolated and afraid and suspicious of one another, we will really, as a society, start to fray and fall apart. So we've got to reach out to each other, and we have more technology to do that now than ever before. Sure, there's the telephone. You could pick up the telephone and call your elderly neighbor and check in on them. But we have internet for a wide swath of our society. We have smartphones and other kinds of phones where we can text with each other, we can email each other, we can go on virtual chats, FaceTime, Skype, whatever it takes. We have got to stay connected. And we're going to try to organize some programs in the city to try to make sure we encourage that connection. And I would urge you to don't let yourself wallow in your isolation and just watch the television and get more and more worried about how sensational occasionally the coverage of this virus is. I would instead say this is an opportunity for you, if you haven't written the book that you always wanted to write, or read the book you always wanted to read, or just binge watch the show that you never saw from the beginning. Look at it as one of those things where it's finally allowable to just be indulgent, self-indulgent, but not self-isolating to the point where you're totally disconnected with your neighbors and your friends. Stay connected, stay positive. We are going to get through this, and with everyone pulling together, I think we'll come out of this much stronger.
Stay tuned for more updates on virus prevention and visit the website for more information.